Okay, in this quick video, I'm just going to show a process I've put together to quickly allow you to sit down and collect a bunch of different reoccurring monthly statements in a fast and quick manner that you can then get those documents over to your accountant or bookkeeper so they can then do your books and you're not spending too much time kind of poking around. Um, so yeah, let's get right into it then. Pretty excited for this. So this is just something I've built over time as I just found when I was first getting into my rental properties and managing them, that I would take a lot longer than I should to jump to different websites to go and download them because I didn't really have a quick list. And what I've kind of gotten to with this is I'm at the place where you don't have to think. You just follow it's very simplified, so you can just get it done quickly without getting bogged down in some of the details of going down to all these different websites. So, I have a naming convention. It typically goes vendor account description. By no means feel free to change this as it makes more sense for you. So for an example, the first one's utility company. The next one is 1212 would be for an example, the account number. And then if this relates to my rental property, the house number is 123. I then also kind of just track when these bills come available or invoices. And so sometimes there's a bit of a range. Sometimes it could be annually. So yearly and in January, February, this is when my bank releases the annual mortgage statements. And then I've got monthly. So, this rental website hosting service costs me, or is billed, sorry, on the 22nd of every month. So I kind of knows when I can know when these things are available. I'm not kind of having to go from memory. And then I've also done conditional formatting. So as we go through, let's say we're into February right now, and we're going to be doing this month. And as you can see right now, I'm behind on collecting my bank account. So I need to go back and backdate those as well. And then once I go and I download them and I hand them off to my accountant, in my case, I just dump it to a single inbox folder. And then my accountant goes into, or my bookkeeper, sorry, will go into that Google Drive folder and they pull the files out, reconcile them, and then they also file them accordingly to where they belong down in their final place, which is usually in a different folder. So I usually just say when I've actually uploaded this specific file to the bookkeeper, I go inbox, and now you see it automatically turns green, which means it's done. I just kind of use the traffic colors for simplicity. Um, there's NA if it's not applicable. So in this case, this is an annual statement, so it's only available in January of every year. You can see across the top as well, I've got every month. So October, November, December. Now we're in a new year, 2024, and so on. And then what we do is, say if we're into February again, I'm just going to kind of copy the formatting and then I just change the color just to kind of keep me focused on what month we're currently in. Okay, so there you go. Um, what else? Right. So then another thing here as well, these are again all the naming conventions. So I can go and quickly copy and paste the name of the file. And then I append, or I'm trying to use the correct term here, to the front of the file, I add a timestamp. And I very deliberately have done it in this format where it goes year, month, date. And the reason for that is by default now, all the files will be organized in chronological order or by date, which is great. I know there's some limitations if you're using some online drives like Google Drive. It's not the most friendly for sorting some of the stuff. And this is kind of my workaround to get around that. So, yeah, I know I'm getting super specific here. So let's go and do an example here. So we're going to go into this one here, click here and download. Um, so then the next step here is on each of your file names, you're going to hyperlink or you're going to link to the business, the utility company, wherever you log in to download the statements. But we're going to take it one step further. This doesn't work in all cases. It's about, honestly, it's hit or miss 50-50. But what I have done, and I'm very focused on this, I have gone to the extent or the detail of reducing the number of clicks as much as possible. If I can save 3 or 4 clicks for every invoice I download over 20 or 30 invoices, that's probably going to save me ten minutes sitting down to download those statements for that month. So I'm really specific. So what I do is instead of just linking to the login page to get your invoice, I actually will link it directly to the wherever the URL section is, or sorry, wherever the invoice or billing section is. I'll go up to the top and grab the link from the browser up there, up in the top, and link there. Sometimes it will work where it will, when I log in, instead of going to the main landing portal or dash page for my account, it will kick me directly into the billing section of my account, which is great. Less clicks, I can get right into downloading the statements. Other times it doesn't work and you just get kicked to the main login page and well, so be it. So, okay, so we've got a bank statement here. Let's go and download it. Uh, and I usually have two screens too as well, but again, for demo purposes here, we're just going to try to make it quick. So we're going to delete that. We know that was for the February. So 20, let's, whoops. So 2024-02, and we'll say that it was on the 24th as an example. Now I just copied and pasted the rest of the file name. So now I've got a really clean standard naming convention that's got the account number and the property that it relates to, the bank. So in this case, it's a bank statement. And yeah, it's just a really clean, organized way. So you grab that, we download it. Now the next step is you upload or you share that statement, whichever process you use with your accountant in this case, or bookkeeper in this case. I just upload to a single Google Drive. Let's go say, okay, I've done that now. I would go and type in or just copy and paste, whatever is easier, and it's done. And now I'm going to go through on a monthly basis and ensure that, like back here in October, I'm a little bit behind the game here. So I got to backfill some of these months. I know I've gone through and uploaded everything. If it's a yellow NA, not applicable or not available, I don't have to do it for that month. Again, that's an annual statement. If I cancel a service I no longer use, then I'll use something that is CAN, red for cancel. And again, this has conditional formatting built in the cells as well. So it'll automatically color code for you. And then I would just copy that line and I'll move it down to this section down here. So it keeps it separate. I still like kind of track it at least for one calendar year until my tax returns in and that's no longer applicable. Then I can delete it or something. But I usually just bring them down the page. Kind of, I like having that login kind of aspect to track everything just in case you never know if you need that information again. And that's basically the quick and dirty process for collecting repeatable invoices on a monthly basis to do as quick as possible, as fast as possible, so you do actually get it done. I hope this helps.